If your dog growls at you without any reason, it means you're going to die soon. Something dark and deadly is already coming for you, and it will hunt you badly. This isn't superstition. This isn't folklore. This is recorded, confirmed. We've reviewed several fatal cases from towns like Cedar Valley, Hunting Creek, and Northfield County, and they all began the same way. A quiet dog growling at its own owner for no reason. The people who ignored that warning, they were later found dead in their homes, in terrifying, unnatural conditions. One man in Los Angeles died with every door locked from the inside. No signs of entry, no damage, but the hallway security camera caught him the night before, standing motionless for 7 straight hours, staring at his dog, while it barked at him. In New York, an elderly man was discovered under his bed, eyes wide, with his mouth stuffed with sewing needles. There were no cuts, no bruises, just quiet horror. The paramedics said it felt wrong to even touch the body, like the room was watching, like something wanted him to leave. One woman was found in her attic, hanging upside down with her eyes wide open and every bone in her fingers broken, yet no signs of struggle. Neighbors said her house went silent after that night. No creaks, no wind, no dogs barking, not even the usual hum of electricity. People said that the air felt heavy, like something was pressing down, waiting. The dog vanished. No one ever saw it again. Some think the dog didn't run. It was taken, swallowed by whatever came next. A college boy was strangled in his sleep by something unseen. His roommates in the same room heard nothing. They said he looked peaceful, too peaceful, like someone staged him. And the weird part? His face was wet, not sweat, not tears, something thicker. No one could explain it. A man in Northfield was found outside, kneeling in the dirt, arms twisted backward, face frozen in fear. No wounds, no signs of human involvement. His mouth was open, like he was screaming, but there were no sounds on the camera, just static. A man living nearby saw a dark figure staring through his window at midnight. Not moving, just watching. His dog growled for hours that night, eyes locked on the same window. He said he could hear his dog's teeth grinding. Not barking, just grinding, like it wanted to bite, but was scared to. The figure disappeared at dawn, but the dog never stopped growling again. A woman was found in her bathroom, folded neatly into the sink. Her bones weren't broken. They were missing, like they'd been taken out, one by one. Her dog was scratching at the door, still whimpering. Neighbors said the whimpering sounded human. Too human, like crying through clenched teeth. But something had clearly touched them. Survivors say it never makes noise. It doesn't move things, doesn't speak, but you feel it. Like the air behind you just turned to ice. Like you're not being watched, you're being measured. Measured like cattle, or product. Like it's deciding if you're ready, or still too alive. This creature, this force, doesn't need to break in. It doesn't need weapons. It only needs a warning. And your dog is that warning. If your dog growls at you and you want to live longer, you must act immediately like the people who survived death when their dogs growled at them did. When your dog growls at you, don't think. Just run fast and go inside a separate room. Lock every door and window. Stay inside and ask yourself these questions, not for comfort, just to survive and live longer. Why were you created? What is the purpose of your life? Why are you still alive when others died? What happens and where you go after your death? Why do people live in pain and then vanish without reason? Are we just created just to live in pain, struggle to live, and die in seconds without any final warning? If this life is temporary, what happens after? And especially, who is the creator of you and this universe? These are not just questions. They are key to surviving the unnatural thing that is coming and planning to hunt you. It doesn't just want you dead. It wants you erased, like you were never real in the first place. You see the people who lived, the ones whose dogs growled but didn't die. They didn't just sit and wait. They felt something immediately after the growl. Some said they started seeing horrible dreams at night. Others started feeling down without any reason. Some started feeling pain in different body parts. One girl said it felt like her bones were humming, like there was a sound inside her blood. Many things went wrong for them. Everything they did, they failed. Every business, every idea, got failed. And it gets worse. One man said the lights in his house started turning off one at a time, but only when he spoke. Another woman said every time she made a decision, even a small one, something broke. A glass, a light bulb, her voice. Even her phone started glitching whenever she tried to call for help. Like the universe was punishing her for trying to stay alive. But one thing saved them. They searched. They asked real questions. They read old texts. They studied everything they could. Some even said they found references in forgotten, damaged history books. Things that shouldn't exist. And slowly, the pain began to fade. The nightmares got weaker. Their dogs stopped growling, each answer making that unnatural creature go away, because they found real answers. Now they live with purpose. Success no longer avoids them. Peace no longer escapes them. They sleep peacefully. They work with joy. They don't fear death anymore. They don't fear failure. They don't fear losing people or wealth, because now they have the real answers. If your dog growls at you, you're not cursed, but you are marked. Marked by something you can't name. You may not even realize it's already started. First, your dog stops greeting you at the door. Then it avoids eye contact. Then it stares, not at you, but through you. And when you look back, you'll feel something pulling behind your eyes. Like you're not entirely here anymore. And when it finally growls, it's already too late for questions. You're being warned. You have very few days left to live. You have very less time to make a decision if you want to die soon or live longer. And if you ignore it, you won't be seen again. Not just dead. Gone. Like you never existed. Transmission end.